Hello everybody, welcome to the Celtic Forever podcast. I am Xander. We've got John here to go through the comfortable enough win for Celtic over Partick Thistle at Firhill on Sunday. We'll go through the post-match on that. We'll touch on some snippets of news happening at Celtic as well. We'll go through the competition and everything else in between. But let's bring in John. How are you, John?
Aye, I'm good. Sorry, I was I'm on the computer and I'm trying to press on the unmute button. I've got a problem with my mouse, Sander, so if I don't speak for a couple of seconds, just wait, because there's a problem with this mouse when I press mute. I'm alright anyway.
Right, that's good, John. That's good. Good game on Sunday, wasn't it? But it was a lower league opposition. You've got to take that into account. We're off to play in Europe as well in midweek on Wednesday. Europa League on Wednesday, Red Star Belgrade. So that's obviously the level goes up a couple of notches. But a 4-0 win against Partick Thistle no do us any harm, will it, John?
It's as comfortable as you could imagine that game, wasn't it? You've got to take the opposition into account there as well. Although I thought Partick Thistle were okay, good wee fighting team. Thought they played well. Good crowd there, good atmosphere. But they really need to get a stand built behind that goal, don't they?
Yeah, I think Partick Thistle, that's been the case there obviously for a long time. That behind that goal has been lying empty, and obviously Partick Thistle are very short of funds these days as well, aren't they? The wee club struggling financially, but maybe that Celtic game with that crowd will maybe boost their finances a wee bit. But it looks quite rough, doesn't it, behind the goal there? But maybe one day when they get some finances into the club, they can put a wee temporary stand there or something. But no, decent wee club, Partick Thistle, decent wee club. I like what they did as well at half time, playing the boys are back in town over the tannoy. I thought that was a nice wee touch from Partick Thistle, playing the boys are back in town. Maybe it's not to do with Celtic, but I think it was just a wee tune for Celtic being at Firhill for the first time in years. So that was a nice wee touch as well. And obviously the manager coming out, Mark Wilson, saying the best team in the country by far, things like that. So couple of nice wee touches there for Partick Thistle.
Aye, definitely. I never heard that. I'm no one for watching when it's half time, Xander. I kind of just turn the sound down and play the guitar or something, I never listened to half time analysis and all that. I can't be doing with pundits at the best of times, so any chance I get to dismiss them, I'll just turn the volume down. But aye, that is a nice touch from Partick Thistle. I never heard that. Yeah,
very nice. And I listened to it because I like to hear what Big Charlie McGrew's got to say. He's a decent big lad, Charlie, isn't he? He's got a lot of decent things to say. So I like to listen to what the big man's got to say. But Stephen Craig, on the other hand, I can be doing without him, to be honest with you. Right, John, let's get into the news before we get into the post-match then. No much happening, really. Obviously, the fan protests and that are continuing just now, but we'll get into that during the game. During the post-match of the game, sorry. But Celtic and Rangers in the draw there. John, what did you think? Glasgow derby in the semi-final. Obviously Rangers, they've gave us a tough game over the year and a half, if you like. They've always gave us a tough game. They're a decent team, let's not kid ourselves. They've got good players there. They also beat Hibs at the weekend in the Cup to get to the semi-final stage. So it's Rangers in the semi-final. John, are we happy with that, or would you rather have had St Mirren or Motherwell? What was your preference?
My preference was to avoid St Mirren, to be honest with you. I think St Mirren are a thoroughly decent team. I think whoever gets to the final between Celtic and Newco, I think we'll face St Mirren in the final. I think St Mirren are a cracking team. They just put Kilmarnock at the Cup. Good game that, two apiece. But game against Rangers, bring it on. That's all I can say. Right now they're in a bad place. But maybe that wee bit of skinny dipping in Loch Lomond has helped him, because maybe Russell Martin says to him, look, you don't win this game, you're going back in Loch Lomond.
Right, so it's a punishment more than anything else, is it? And it seems to be working then, didn't it? But
John, I think so, aye.
Yeah, I did watch that game. To be fair, to all kidding aside, John, that was a dreadful disallowed goal decision by the referee. I think it was Martin Boyle who was through on goal, beats the defence, 1-1 with the keeper, slips it past the goalkeeper, makes it 1-0 to Hibs. and they cut it off, John. The boy's running. He's got to put his arms somewhere. His arms are by his side, isn't he? He doesn't bring the ball down with his hand to control it. It brushes off his elbow or something like that, John. For me, that goal should never have been disallowed. Maybe I'm wearing green tinted spectacles. I don't know, John, but for me, that was a perfectly good goal. Disallowed. That put Hibs 1-0 up, brought it back to nothing each, and Rangers score from a corner. So, what did you think of that, John? I think you did see it, but very harsh on Hibs, that one.
Oh, very harsh. I turned it off right after Newco scored their goal because I knew Hibs were only getting back into it after that. And obviously I'm going to agree with you, and I'm not wearing green tinted specs. If I think it was the right decision, I'll say nah, it was the right decision. So in my opinion, there's no intent there. The ball comes over his head, and I don't think he even knows what it is. He's made the run, and the ball's he's timed his run wrong more than anything. I think maybe a wee bit slower. He might have met him lovely on his knee or something like that. But I think he's timed his run wrong. It's dropped down on him. It's hit his arm. He's no intention of hitting it with his arm. Look, we all know that. We can see that. He's got his arms by his side. He's not put his arm out to control the ball. So for me, the officials got that one badly wrong, and Hibs can feel really hard done by.
Yeah, tough on Hibs, but they're out, John. That's it. The Rangers get their goal from a corner kick. I mean, they never ever looked like scoring up until they got that corner kick. So, we do realise that Rangers are a set-piece team, a long ball team. So we do realise that. We've saw that with our own eyes. And Hibs got punished for that one. But anyway, it doesn't matter, John. That's Hibs out. Rangers through to the semi-final to play Celtic. Don't know if the date's been announced for this one, but it's either the 1st or the 2nd of November. We don't know yet what date it is, whether it's the Saturday or the Sunday. I would imagine it'll be the Sunday. But we'll wait and see. Right, John. Just another thing I wanted to have a wee quick mention of before we go into the post-match was Oliver Burke. Remember Oliver Burke, who played for Celtic, John? Well, he's the first Scotsman to score a hat-trick in the Bundesliga, John. He scored a hat-trick for Union Berlin on Saturday. I thought he was a big, decent player, actually. He was okay, Oliver Burke. And people are calling him a Celtic flop. He scored a few goals. I thought he was okay, a few assists, the big man. But he gets that hat-trick, John, so well done to ex-Celtic man Oliver Burke, first man in German football history from Scotland to score a hat-trick. Congratulations, Oliver Burke.
Can't say any more than that. Well done. I remember him well, Oliver Burke. He's not had many starts for Scotland either, has he? That shows you what Stevie Clark thinks him as well, Xander. He doesn't get a game for Scotland either, which is it doesn't say much from when guys like Lyndon Dykes gets in front of him. So that tells you all you need to know, I think.
Yeah, that tells you all you need to know, I suppose. But he done well getting a hat-trick. It's not easy to score a hat-trick in any league, never mind the Bundesliga. Right, John, that's enough of that. Let's have a wee word back on Celtic again here, John. Our last home fixture was the 23rd of August, John, right? It's quite scary, actually. Look, that Celtic Park must be in mint condition with the lack of football played on it. Rangers have obviously played their 4 games at home, and they play in midweek at home as well. That'll be 5 games at home, where Celtic are going over to play their European tie, John, away from home. So that's over to Belgrade to play Red Star, John. So that's our 5th away game in a row. I mean, this is unheard of territory, isn't it? Livingston was the last home game on the 23rd of August. We then had Kairat Almaty away, Rangers away, Kilmarnock away, Partick Thistle away, and then Red Star Belgrade away on Wednesday. Our next home game, for anybody that's interested, and I'm sure there's a few that want to know when our next home game is, that's on the 27th, John, of this month. So that's Saturday. So that's a full nearly 5 weeks, John, without a home game.
Well, it isn't exactly new territory, like you said. I mean, we were talking about this exact thing last year. I remember talking about it. Both of us talking about how Celtic Park must be minted because it never gets played on.
Yeah.
And this season's exactly the same. So I don't know what's going on with whoever made the fixtures up. I suppose it's some kind of computer these days. I'm not sure actually, but there's something no right with these fixtures. They must take a look at that and go, look, Celtics had this last season, like 4 or 5 games away from home in a row. What the heck is going on there? And it's nothing new, because we were talking about it a few times last season as well. There was one occasion Celtic played 4 away games in a row away from home, and that was domestic stuff, I think. Maybe one European game. But it's becoming a regular occurrence.
Yeah, as you say, John, there's a cup game and a European game flung in there, but there is 3 league games flung in there as well, John, that are played away from home. So, yeah, it's very tough on Celtic. And I tell you something, it's an absolutely fantastic start to the season, John, when you look at it with the 5 away games. We're still in every competition. We're through at the semi-final of the cup. We're sitting proudly at the top of the league. So, taking all that into account, John, it's a fantastic start. Unbelievable start, aye. And considering everything that's going on surrounding Celtic, the board right now, the team itself seems to be in a pretty decent place. There's a good togetherness about the team, which is good. So Brendan's got that side of things correct. The team are together. They play like a family, didn't they? They're very close. Just that we never got the additions in on time for the Champions League, sadly, because I think we Tenecti would have made a big difference against a club like Kairat Almaty. Yeah, that's maybe where the frustration is boiling over for me. I think if we'd got Tenecti in on time to play both ties, John, or both legs of that tie, I think we would have went through, to be honest with you, because he's so direct, he's so dynamic, he's so offensive, John. He's an absolutely stunning wee winger, and I think anybody that plays on that left hand side is going to really struggle to get into that left hand side of the Celtics wingers, John, because I don't think there's any shift on him. I think he's there to stay.
Going by what I've seen so far, I hope he's there to stay. I mean, look, it's early days, isn't it? But normally it does not help a player when he comes into a club, hits the ground running like Tenecti has clearly hit the ground running. He's setting up chances. His assists are all there. His direct plays there. He's a great crosser of the ball, and he bangs in a cracking goal as well. That's what you call hitting the ground running. And all we can all dream of is that form continues throughout his Celtic career. Because if that does happen, what an outstanding bit of business that is, bringing him to Celtic.
Yeah, and we've went through the left-hand side where the team is very strong. We've got Dyson on the left, we've got Tenecti on the left, Balak-Wisher on the left, Dyson on the left, did I already say Dyson? I think I did. Jota on the left, and there's a few left wingers there, John. And the good news is that Jota, when he returns, he can play on the right. So that's a bonus when he returns. We can put Jota over on the right. Dyson, we can chop and change between him and Sebastian, John, so they two can swap around, get a wee shot each, because I think Tenecti doesn't really last the full 90 minutes. Both games he's played, he's came off now at the 75th minute. So we do need the cover there as well. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. We just hope that, as you say, John, as early, we just hope that form continues right through the entire season, and we won't be too far away from the trophies, to be honest with you. Right, competition, John. A quick mention of the competition before we go into the post-match reaction to the 4-0 win over Partick Thistle. It's the big 25-player league table. The correct score was 4-0 to Celtic, obviously, and 4 people got it right. We had Paul McComb got it right, so he's on the board with 3 points. Paul McEwen, he also got it right. He's on the board with 3 points. Bossman A, new contestant, he got it right. He's on the board right away with 3 points, so congratulations to Bossman A. And, of course, our Roseanne, John, absolutely superb. She's now clear at the top of the league. She gets it right, 4-0 to Celtic. She's got 9 points at the top of the league. Now, you did say at the very start, John, that she had a great chance of winning this, right? And already 5 or 6 games into this, she's sitting there with 9 points. And you're going to start getting people looking at her guesses and putting it on the bookmakers, because she's absolutely fantastic at guessing these Celtic scores, John.
Aye, that was my fancied favourite at the start of the season, because last season Roseanne used to always, we didn't have a league last season, but obviously Roseanne was the outstanding commenter. Try to think about the people that comment. I've got to call them commenters. Roseanne was the outstanding commenter in the guesses last season, just for the correct score. And I did say last season how good Roseanne was at that. Nearly as good as me, but there you go. She's actually sitting above me in the league now, which is I'm only kidding, Roseanne. She's brilliant at it, and I fancy her to go on and win it, to be honest with you. But look, there's a lot of people to compete with. It's early days, so don't anybody give in, because there's still like probably 40 odd games left. There's a good chance of Roseanne getting overtaken, especially by me, because I'm probably second best.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she is top with you second with 6 points, John. She's got the 9. And then below is a group of 7 or 8 with 3 points, John. So everybody is definitely in touch, to be honest with you. And a nice touch from Peter Hendry as well, who sent her a congratulatory message. That was a nice touch from Peter. So well done, Peter, for doing that. That was a nice touch. That's well appreciated by both John and I here at the Celtic Forever podcast. Nice wee touch there. But, Peter, he'll be wanting to get up there as well, up to the top of the league. He's in the league table as well, same as everybody else, all your regulars, John. We would never sell a club for £1. One club since 1888, Clare A. You know who we're talking about. All the names are on the right-hand side of your screen there. All these guys and girls, they are choking to get to the top of that league table. So, as you say, John, over 40 games still to go. There's plenty of time left for everybody to get points on the board.
Well, this is it, isn't it? I mean, I was cursing Luke McCowan yesterday because I had 3-0. Honestly, when I seen that, I was like, I can't believe this, because when it was at 3-0, you're thinking the game's over. I'm quite happy for this game to finish 3-0. That way I go 9 points. I'm top of the league. Happy days. There's Luke McCowan. What a finish, by the way, from Luke McCowan. We'll get to that. But that would have sent Roseanne delirious, Sandra.
Yeah, that was... you were very close. There was a few very close, actually. There was quite a few Troddens, etc., nostalgias, these sort of people in the competition. They were all very close. There wasn't... I think I was the furthest away. I think I said it was only going to be 2-0. So I was the furthest away. That's why I'm sitting near the bottom of the league, or actually bottom of the league. So I need to get my finger out. I'll have a wee think about this week's for the Red Star Belgrade game, and we'll do that on Wednesday, John. We don't need to do that today. We can do the predictor on Wednesday. But what I will say is, if anybody wants to put their guess in just now on this particular podcast, then feel free. Or if you want to wait till Wednesday, then you can put your guess in on Wednesday, folks. It's entirely up to you. Right, John. That's that. That's the competition done and dusted. We'll do a predictor for this week, John. We'll do that later on. We'll do our own wee predictor head-to-head between us two. Sitting at 10-4 to you still, John. We didn't get any right between us over the weekend. That's what I'm saying. It's not easy to predict scores. So that's the first week we've actually never got any right, to be fair. So we'll do that, John, just at the end of the podcast. But what we want to do is get right into this post-match reaction to Celtic beating Partick Thistle, or Glasgow rivals, John. They are rivals. They're a team from Glasgow. But they're a decent wee club. They always have been a decent wee club. I've always liked Partick Thistle. Good attendance, as you said earlier on, John, in the sunshine. Good attendance from both sets of supporters. And it was a sort of a happy atmosphere in the stadium, apart from the protest, John.
Aye, the good atmosphere in the stadium. Partick Thistle fans were on song. They were good. They were really good. I like Partick Thistle myself. No vile songs from their fans.
No.
Very clean cut. Good job, the Partick Thistle fans. Good luck to you for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. Good luck to the Partick Thistle, to their wee local team there, John. And hopefully the game against Celtic did indeed boost their funds going forward, because they're a team with very little funds. So maybe they would have preferred the game at Celtic Park to get some extra money into their coffers there. But anyways, just say good luck to Partick Thistle going forward.
They were unlucky not to get promoted to the Premier League as well, Xander. Partick Thistle, they did well. I mean, I hope they're up the top, fighting to get into the Premier League. it'd be really good to see them back in the Premier League again, to be honest with you. And I love their strip as well. I love that yellow and red. It just stands out, doesn't it?
Yeah, it stands out. It's no colour clash there anyway, John. I was watching that Rangers and Hibs game, and believe it or not, because Hibs green with the white, the green was so dark. It wasn't like the Celtic green. It was a dark green. And it's sort of it was like a clash watching. It was difficult to see, the difference between the two sets of strips, because it was dark and white and dark and white. But no, there was no trouble like that on Sunday, was there, with that red and yellow? I mean, it just stands out, doesn't it? The fans, John, the ones that couldn't get into the stadium, standing on that wee hill, that was, for me, that was brilliant, John. That just brought back memories back of the 90s, the 80s, the 90s, the early noughties, where fans were trying to get, any sort of access to watch a game, and that just brought all that back to me, John. Fans standing outside the stadium on that wee hill, wee gathering there, that was brilliant to see.
Aye, and I was thinking when the camera kept panning onto that, the Celtic fans standing out there, I was thinking, just open up that bit behind the goals, let the Celtic fans sit there on the dirt behind the goals, or stand there or whatever. There was only about 50 or 60 of them standing there, maybe 100 at most.
Yeah.
Just open that wee bit and then shut the gates. Let them sit there and watch the game. I think that'd have been a nicer touch, although you've got to take safety into concern. But, they're grown men and women, they can stand in a bit of dirt for 90 minutes watching a game. They opened that Henman Hill, didn't they, at the Wimbledon? So why not do that at Firhill when there's a few fans outside desperate to see it? Let them in.
Yeah, that's it, John. That's it. Why not? Adds to the atmosphere as well, doesn't it? So it was just good to see. I just thought it brought back some memories, because remember, we used to see that at all the older stadiums, people standing outside, hanging out windows and all that. It was quite funny. Right, John. Yang gets the opening goal in the 25th minute. It was a cross from Nigan. Good assist from Nigan, actually. Lovely cross. Point blank range, wasn't it? You couldn't really miss. No. I heard somebody, the TV cameras picked up somebody shouting, "You've missed a sitter." I don't know if many people heard that, but I heard that, and it's because of the silence when he scored that goal, John. It was as if he missed it. It was a strange atmosphere, that one, wasn't it? Even the fans didn't cheer until they realised that finally the ball was in the net. That was a strange one, John, but a great assist. Decent finish from Yang with no celebration. Don't understand that. But that was a strange one, John. The crowd didn't realise it was in. The commentators didn't realise it was in until maybe about 5 seconds after it actually hit the net. It was a strange one, that.
I never realised it was in either. I thought it hit the side net, to be honest with you. Till I seen the Celtic players celebrating, I was like, that must have been in. I initially did think, is that in? But I think it's because you don't hear the fans cheering, you automatically think yourself that it's no in. Because I did think at the time, was that in? Then instantly I thought, no, it's hit the side net, because I never heard the fans. So look, 90% of people were in the same boat. We all thought it was. We all thought it hit the side net, just because there was no cheer, I suppose. Yeah,
it was a strange one, wasn't it? But it does count, and it did go into the net. Yang and the lack of celebration, John, what do you think that was all about?
Maybe thought it hit the side net.
Okay. Right, Scales, John. He gets the bullet head. And what a finish this is, John, the 27th minute. Just a couple of minutes later. Scales, another assist from Nigan. He's doing well with these assists, isn't he, the Swedish internationalist? But it's a great assist. And it's a sort of an angled header with power. It was absolutely stunning, John. He doesn't get the credit it deserves, this boy Scales, for scoring this goal. I know it's against lower opposition, right? We understand that. But to do that against any opposition, John, that sort of an angle, stepping back the way, power header into the top corner as well, John. Heard that Michael Stewart blaming the goalkeeper. I mean, no goalkeeper could have got to that, John. It's right at the top corner of the stanchion, right into the net. Bullet header at an angle. What a finish from Liam Scales, who's having a fantastic season, by the way. And another great assist from Nigan, John.
Aye, that was a lovely finish from Liam Scales. Again, another one I thought hit the side net. No, I never thought that, but it was, the keeper was unlucky. And I heard Michael Stewart saying maybe the keeper was scared that he was getting injured, but the keeper tried wholeheartedly to get that and never got it. So Michael Stewart, again, he's not exactly Walloper of the week. He is a Walloper, we know that, but the goalkeeper tried to get it. He tried his best and never got there. It's as simple as that. It was an outstanding header from William Scales. Any 6'3", 6'4" plus striker target man would have been proud of that, Xander.
Absolutely, John. And the goalkeeper did hurt himself trying to get it. So that's again Michael Stewart. Michael Stewart only sees the ball going in the other direction. John doesn't want to see it up that end of the park. But it was an absolute bullet header. And the goalkeeper was unlucky, John. He got a hand to it and it's so unlucky. You know, can't get it any nearer to that top corner of the net, or the goal, sorry, right in that corner. So brilliant header from Scalesy, and well done Nygren yet again. Early in the second half, John, we make it 3-0. Nice assist from Iniacho. We lay off, we 1-2s outside the box, inside the box. Lovely to watch, some nice stuff. We're taking into account no possession, obviously, but you've got to play the team you're playing against, John. But nice finish from Tenette, who actually played well in the game. Again, John, he's just very direct, and he takes on his man, inside, outside, crosses into the box, shots and goal, and now he's scoring goals, John. But nice wee lay off from Iniacho to make it 3-0 to Celtic, John. Nice, decent finish. Slid past the goalkeeper, Tenette, 3-0 Celtic.
Aye, that was a beautiful goal. That better goal of the match, that one. Well, maybe Liam Scales, I'm not sure, but just the wee 1-2 with Iniacho I thought was beautiful. And a stunning finish into the far corner from Tenette. Outstanding work from the wee man. What a performance. Aye, beautiful goal. Yeah,
then a wee quick word on the wee heavy tackle on Engels. I know it's a contact spot, John, but it was a wee bit late, that one. He could have had a lot worse injury on his ankle, Engels, but he got up and walked away from it, so fair enough. Boy gets a yellow card. Obviously there's no VAR at Firhill on Sunday, so there's no chance it was going to be a heavier punishment for the boy. It's just a yellow card. We move on, I suppose, John.
It was a late one, that. I thought that was a bad one. I think that could have, if there was VAR, that could have been turned over to a red, Sander. That was a bad one. I don't think there was any malice from the boy. I just think the ball's getting away from him and he's trying to slide to stop it. Unfortunately for him, he's caught. No, unfortunate for him, unfortunate for Engels. He's had his ankle caught, and that could have been an ankle snapper, if you like. I'm trying to think where it would be snapped. His shin snapper.
It would have been sore, let's put it that way, John. It would have been sore. But anyway, John, we move on. He gets up, walks away, and that's the main thing. No injuries in this game. And he actually, with another assist, John, battling to win that ball at 3-0 up. I was impressed by that, John. The Partick Thistle boys are trying to attack, and he actually was battling to win the ball back at 3-0 up with only 10 minutes to go. He wins the ball back, feeds it to Luke McCowan. He's through in goal, and this is the one that annoyed you, but obviously I know you're happy as well. But a decent finish from Luke. Nicely finished, right-hand side of the goalkeeper. Decent finish, John. 4-0. It was a sort of a breeze, this game, wasn't it, really? Let's be honest. But I know Iniacho didn't get his goal this week, John, and he's still trying to find his fitness, but I thought he was decent in the game.
I thought he was all right, Iniacho, when he came on. I thought he was okay. I can't say any more than that. I thought the boy played okay. I know when he came on, he started the game, but he was kind of invisible, wasn't he, really, throughout the game. But like he says, he's still trying to find his feet. And he did set up the goal for Tenette with an outstanding wee 1-2. So he played okay, but once that boy gets up to speed, he'll be fine, I think. But anyway, it's a bit Luke McCowan that I know when he actually won the challenge, when he's on the deck, he manages to get a foot in and get it forward to Luke McCowan. That was an outstanding piece of work, that by Iniacho. But nice finish by Luke McCowan. Do you think he looks like Bruce Forsyth, Sander, Luke McCowan?
I'll get back to you on that one. It was a good game. But no. 2 assists, John, for your man Iniacho. I thought that was very decent, and I think you're going to see a player there this season, to be honest with you, John. Once he gets that match sharpness back, whether he's scoring, whether he's assisting, John, he's 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 contributing to the team, John. Definitely, he's last week with that winner, the last minute winner, and then this week with 2 assists. So long may that continue, John. But John, that wraps it up 4-0. Very comfy. It's a wee sum up of the game, John, before we get to the 1 to 10 individual scorings.
It was an okay start from Partick Thistle. I suppose they started okay. Tony Watt up front. I think he gave Liam Scales a scare earlier on. But I think after the first, once 15 minutes was out of the way, Celtic settled in. After the first goal, there's no looking back after that. As soon as that goal hit the net, I think we all knew that was it. There was no comeback from Partick Thistle, but a brave effort from them. I thought they were all right, Partick Thistle, considering they're a championship side up against the best team in the country. Thought they played okay, but it's not about Partick Thistle, it's about Glasgow Celtic. It's job done and on to the semi-final against 10th, 11th in the league now, Rangers.
Yeah, and that'll bring us on nicely to the predictor, John, but I just want to skip to that just now, the predictor, because we'll start to do the 1 to 10. But if Rangers if Aberdeen win their game on Tuesday night, John, just trying to see who it is they play actually. Dundee United, John, if Aberdeen beat Dundee United on Tuesday night, Rangers are bottom of the league. What do you think of that?
Good luck, Aberdeen.
Right, okay. Right, John, individual 1 to 10 player scores. We'll get into that back into that in a wee minute, by the way. But anyway, 1 to 10 individual player scores. Let's rattle through this, John. Time's running out rapidly.
Sinisalo had a great save to make. I'll give him a 7. Clean sheet. We always give a 7 for a clean sheet. Carter Vickers 7. Liam Scales 8. Beautiful goal. Kieran Tierney 7. Thought he played all right. Kieran thought he was fine, but it's lower opposition, remember. On the other side, Donovan, outstanding performance. 8 for Donovan. I thought he was outstanding again, the wee man. Yeah. Centre of the park. Hatate. Thought Hatate had a decent game. 7.5 for Hatate. Yeah. Cal McGregor, we'll give him a 7.5 as well. Nygren, couple of nice assists there, but he had a decent game. 7 for him, Nygren. Up front, in the actual, give him a 2 assists, really, wasn't it? For in the actual, give him a 7 as well. Thought he was fine. A bit quiet in parts of the game, but 2 assists. He did that part well. Yang, lovely goal at the back post from Yang. Really nice finish it. Had us all fooled. Give him a 6. I thought it was okay. 6.5. They got that lovely goal. Got the ball rolling there. And on the other side, Tenecta gets a 9 for me. Yeah, that's a man of the match performance from Tenecta. But as you say, Donovan was a close second, John. I thought he was very, very good, Donovan. He's going to be in that team for a while, I think, because Alistair's going to be out another few weeks. So I think it's going to be Donovan ahead of Ralston, John. That's what I'm thinking, and I could be totally wrong. Just tell us what you think in the comments, folks. Will it be Ralston straight back in again on Wednesday night, or will it be Donovan? Let us know what you think in the comments. I think Donovan for me, by the way. I think it'll be Donovan. I says that Ralston will be hard pushed trying to get back into the team if that boy keeps up performances like that. Ralston's got a lot of experience in Europe, mind you. He's played in Europe a lot. Donovan's never played there, but he's afraid of nothing. And he's actually a very, very decent right back. So I think Ralston might find it hard to get back in the team.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll do a full preview of the Red Star Belgrade game on Wednesday, folks. So look out for that. We'll get that out early on Wednesday. I'll quickly run through my scores, John. Sinisalo, 7. Donovan, 8. Carter Vickers, 6. I thought he was a wee bit clumsy in the game, actually, John. I thought Big Scales sort of covered him there. Big Scales, 8. Kieran Tierney, 7. Cal McGregor, 7. Rio Hatate, 7.5. Nygren, 8. Thought he was okay. 2 assists. Yang, 7 with his goal. And he played the full 90 minutes. Up front, Iniacho gets a 7.5. 2 assists. Can't complain at that. And on the left, your man in the match is the same as you, John. That's a 9 for me as well. Right, do you want to do this predictor then, John? Sorry, who was your man of the match, John? I know it's Tinecti, but is there anybody that stood out apart from Tinecti that you would give man of the match?
Oh, definitely Donovan, without a doubt. It could have been between him and Liam Scales. Thought Liam had another good game, apart from a wee sticky moment near the start of the game with Tony Watt. But I think definitely Donovan. I thought that young boy played outstanding. I think he's going to be a future permanent right back for Celtic, young Donovan. Don't know if it's too soon maybe to be permanent, but he's certainly got what it takes to play there, I think. What I've seen so far, I mean.
Yeah, that's it. And a big test for him on Wednesday night. If he starts the game, that'll be a big test for him. So we'll wait and see how young Donovan gets on in that one. Be quick word on the grass, John. I thought my grass was needing cut. I thought my grass was quite long at the back of the house, but the Firhill grass, I mean, the players' boots, you can hardly see the players' boots. The feet was sinking that long into the grass. So yeah, I think somebody mentioned it at the start of the game, actually. I think it was Big Mulgrew mentioned it at the start. But it doesn't matter, John. No excuses. We play on the conditions that were given to us. But I think the grass could have been cut a wee bit shorter. Definitely,
aye. I mean, we've seen that from Hearts a few seasons ago. Do you remember that? Leaving the grass long so Celtic couldn't pass the ball a bit.
Yeah.
If that's what it takes for a team to try and get a result against the best team in the country, then so be it. But nothing you can do about that, Xander. It's entirely up to Partick Thistle how they want their pitch to be played, and that's the way they like it. And we can't complain about it. We just need to get on with it. So, unlucky Partick, it didn't work.
Yeah, that's it. And it took us about 25 minutes to get into to adjust to the conditions. I noticed that right away. It took us a wee while to adjust to that. And I think that's why Big Cameron was sort of tripping over the ball and the ball sticking in the grass and his feet getting stuck in the... Anyway, doesn't matter, John. Let's move on. But
I heard Brendan having a go at it as well, by the way. He says, I thought this place was supposed to be like a bowling green.
Yeah, well, as I said, it just reminded me that I need to cut my grass. Right. Let's move on to the predictor then, because we're rapidly running out of time, folks. I was going to do some comments, but we went on and on a wee bit, so we'll do them on Wednesday, right? We'll try and make a wee bit more time for the comments on Wednesday. Here a few mentions if you want, John, but let's get into this predictor for the midweek, John. Let's run through it. And it starts on Tuesday. We've done United at home to Aberdeen. John, we mentioned that a couple of minutes ago. Aberdeen win this one. Rangers go bottom of the SPL, which would be an unbelievable start for Rangers and Russell Martin, John. I know they went through in the next round of the Cup after a dodgy disallowed goal for Hibs. But, John, if Aberdeen win this one, and it's a big if because they are in dreadful form, John. That's why they're at the bottom of the league, to be fair. So, what are you thinking, John? Dundee United versus Aberdeen.
That's a derby, that one, isn't it, really? The new firm derby, they used to call that. The Aberdeen we don't nickname them the Dismals for nothing. They've always been dismal. I've always thought they've been utter guff. And they managed to turn us over in the Scottish Cup final. Scottish Cup winners Aberdeen, of course, the new nickname.
Yeah, they're slowly but surely beginning to let that one go, John, because of the start of the season. Sorry if you can hear my car in the background because I'm driving just now. But no, they've sort of beginning to stop putting that title in front of their name, John, because of the state they're in just now. So Scottish Cup winners Aberdeen may return once they start winning a few games.
Oh, they'll need to do something quick, Aberdeen, to get themselves... I don't think they've got a point yet, have they? They must have points. And they're drawing a couple of games.
Yeah, I think they've got 1 or 2 points there, John. But, well, let's put it this way. If they win, there must be 3. They must have 3 points because if they win, it puts Rangers bottom, who are sitting there on 4 points, John. I'm not too sure of the actual figures, but,
I'm just checking that, Xander.
Yeah, they're in a bad state, John. Aberdeen, actually, probably one of the worst starts they've had in their history.
Well, it's one of the worst I can remember. Well, they're on 1 point.
1 point, right.
They've only got 1 point. Rangers are on 4 points, right above them.
Yeah. See, that's why I knew if they won, they would go top. They have to win by 2 clear goals, of course, but that can easily be done for a team like Aberdeen, John. But obviously, the state they're in just now, it's going to be very tough. So, what's your prediction, John? I know you like Dundee United, so what do you think, buddy?
Aberdeen need to win by 3 clear goals, by the way. It's got to be an Arabs win. It's got to be. I think Dundee United will beat them. Oh, I know it's not the league table for the Celtic games, but I still like to win the predictor as well. I'm going to go for 3-1 for Dundee United.
Yeah, 2-1 to Aberdeen for me in that one, John. They'll get their 3 points and stay bottom. That's how bad the state they're in. Even with a win, they could still be bottom of the table with Rangers that game in hand. So they're in a very bad way, Aberdeen. So we'll wait and see what happens on Tuesday. Okay, moving on. Falkirk versus the Highbees. Highbees didn't really do much at Ibrox, did they, John? Very disappointing. They're slowly slipping as well, actually, Hibs, since they got knocked out of Europe. Falkirk, decent wee team under McGlynn. John, but what are you thinking, buddy?
Well, I did say Hibs were a defensive calamity right now. I mean, they had to pull it back to 3 each against Dundee United last week. Defensively, they are very poor. They've got that big Egypt Grant Hanley playing there. Never rated him.
The big Egypt. Yeah, well, he's the one that let the wee sort of a 4 feet Rangers player score with a header. Can't remember the wee guy's name. Scored against us as well, actually. But he's the one that's the wee Belgian internationalist, they keep calling him. Don't think he's played a game for Belgium. Raskin, that's him.
Raskin.
The Belgian internationalist, 4 feet tall, scored another header against big Grant Hanley. So he actually does okay in there, that boy, to be fair to him. You know, he scored a few goals with the head. But you think defences would get used to the wee 4 feet 2 guy scoring headers against them, John. But and by the way, Russell Martin going back on his words by picking him as well. You know, a guy with absolutely no morals whatsoever. Says he'll never play for Rangers again. Then when they're struggling at their lowest ebb, you know, he picks them. You know, anything to get them out of jail. So anyway, John, but we digress. Sorry. Falkirk against Hibs. What are you saying, buddy?
That dip in the Loch Lomond must have done them a power of good. It must have done. They must have had dreams while they were under that water. Dreams of winning games. Russell Martin's had a brainwave. Let's get Ratskin back in. Let's get this happening. Let's get this league won. No idea what's going on, but I think it's a punishment. If you just lose the next game, you're going back into the Loch Lomond. And next time the fans will be watching you with the rubber sharks. If you
lose the next game, we're going to play Raskin.
Aye, but there you go. Then they did play him anyway. That's by the by. Let's get back to the real stuff. Where are we? Falkirk against Hibs.
Yeah.
I'm going to go John McGlynn all the way here. 1-0 Falkirk.
And I'll go against you again here, John. I'm going to go Hibs. They'll bounce back after their cup exit with a comfortable enough 3-1 win for the Highbees for me in that one, John. Although Falkirk are a very good team, so it's not going to be that easy for them. Tuesday night also, John, this is one that I was talking about last week. Obviously, Brownie Watch and Lenny Watch together. Combo, if you like. The Lenny Brownie Watch game. It's Dunfermline against Ayr United on Tuesday night. Both teams are not doing too well. You know, Dunfermline doing slightly better than Ayr United. But what are you thinking, John, on your predictor for this one? Dunfermline against Ayr United.
Well, we've seen it last season, the one game that they did play. I think Ayr United narrowly won that one, I'm sure. I can't remember the score, but I know Ayr United won it. I'm going to go for a reversal here. I'm going to go for a Lenny win in this one. I'm going to say 2-0 for Dunfermline.
So tough, isn't it? Dunfermline at home, East End Park, isn't it? I mean, that's another stadium that could be doing with a makeover, but 2-1 to Dunfermline, and for me in that one, Dunfermline at home got the advantage, so I'll pick Dunfermline as well. Celtic B on Wednesday night, John. Edinburgh City. I think it's a cup game. Edinburgh City versus Celtic B. Can't really say much more than that, John. What you think?
What was your score prediction for the Dunfermline United game?
2-1, John. 2-1 to Dunfermline.
I don't think you said, or maybe it went right over my head, but there you go, 2-1, right, just so I know.
Yeah.
Celtic B against Edinburgh City. I got the last Celtic B game horribly wrong. I think I says 4-1 to Celtic B. It finished at 1 each against somebody called Braves.
Yeah.
Whoever that is, still never heard of them. But
did it finish 1 each, John? I thought it was 1-0 to Celtic. All right, I didn't know it finished 1 each. I need to do my homework a wee bit better.
It was 1 each. Anyway, Edinburgh City winning this one, Xander 1-0.
Yeah, I know it's Celtic B are so up and down just now, aren't they? Wins, draws, defeats. There's no settled team there, is there? I think it's a big McManus that runs the Celtic B, isn't it? It's so tough. I don't know, because they can play really well. So 1 each, John. I'll go 1 each again. Then if they drew the last one, I think they'll draw this one as well. And lastly, for the predictor, for the midweek predictor, remember there's going to be another one for the weekend, folks. But the midweek predictor, and by the way, folks, remember it's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the podcast from now on. You'll get a podcast set days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 podcasts a week. So just so everybody knows exactly when we're going to be on. Last one in this predictor, John. Rangers against Genk. For goodness sake, they just got beat by Royal Union, John, or Royal Union at the weekend there. He couldn't ask for an easier start. Genk at Ibrox. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. But what are you thinking, John? Rangers against Genk on Thursday night.
Oh, see, this is the thing with them. When teams attack them, they seem to play better. I think Rangers will win this one. I think they'll win it comfortably, 3-0.
I also think they'll win it, John. 2-1 for me. 2-1 to Rangers. And for opening game of the Europa League for them. Right, John, I don't know if you want to mention a few comments, mention a few names or some comments that stand out for you. I don't know if there was any comments that stood out because things are going okay just now. There's not even been many comments as regards to the protests or anything like that, John. But I know these protests look as though they're here to stay, don't they? So they'll probably find another protest at the next home game on Saturday against Hibs. So look out for that. I don't know anything for sure, but I just think these protests are here to stay until something's done about this board.
Aye, that's going to happen, isn't it? You're going to get this every week until something's done. I think it's the main thing for the Celtic fans is Peter Lawwell, isn't it? The Celtic fans really don't like him. Nothing against the guy personally, by the way. Absolutely nothing against him personally. But probably 90% of the Celtic fans want Peter Lawwell away. I think that's the general consensus with this thing at Celtic right now, Xander. I think once he's away, Celtic fans will feel a bit better about things, and hopefully Celtic as a team can start acting like a professional team and start spending money when they're in a position of strength. That's what's happening there.
Yeah, you've got to understand where the fans are coming from here, John. The supporters, they pay their hard-earned cash, John. All we had to do was, there's no guarantees, obviously, but all we had to do was get Tinecti in time for these 2 Kairat Almaty games, John, and we'd have had a much better chance. Even just that one player would have made a difference. And the penny pinching, prevented that from happening, John. And then we signed the player. Once we get knocked out of the Champions League, it just doesn't add up for me.
No, it's a strange one, but the writing was on the wall last season, wasn't it? Struggling against Rangers, beating the cup final against Aberdeen. The writing was on the wall. That team needed improvements quickly, especially in time for the Champions League, and it never happened. I think you're going to look at that, especially the last season when we lost the Scottish Cup to Scottish Cup winners Aberdeen. I think that was the writing on the wall there. The team needed strengthened any Celtic fan looking at that game would say, we'll look ahead to next season, things will get better next season, and they never did, Xander.
Yeah. All right, John, we'll wait and see what happens. We hope that Dermot Desmond can step in and sort the mess out. You know, I don't know what he would do, because I don't think he would actually sack Lawwell, would he? I can't see Dermot Desmond doing that, but you never know. He's a man of power. He does have it in him to do it if things are not running the way he wants at Celtic. So hopefully Dermot Desmond can come in and sort the mess out, and we can just concentrate fully on the football, which is more or less what we do anyway, John. But we do give the supporters that pay their money their place on the Celtic Forever podcast. They do pay their money. They do have a right to protest. Right, John. Comments. Do you have any for us?
Right. So James Doran was up first. Well done in getting your score prediction right last week, James. I know you never got the one right this week, but I was looking at the comments and I seen you had 3-0 the same as me, so you were very unlucky, mate. And I'll give you a wee tip. Don't copy Xander's scores, because just look at where he is in the table.
I know. I need to start doing what everybody else does and keep saying 3 or 4-0. I keep trying to think outside the box. You know, close games. Keep thinking it's going to be close, and it never is. You know, and then you've got the games like Kilmarnock, you know, where it's sticky and stuffy, and it's just no easy. No many people predicted the Kilmarnock game, did they? So I don't know, John. It's very tough, but I'm going to have a really serious think about the game for the predictor for us, John, against Red Star Belgrade on Wednesday night. I'm going to have a serious think about that one.
That'll need to be an early podcast on Wednesday, Xander, for that game.
Yeah, of course, yeah, John. We'll get that out for the early afternoon, John. So we'll need to be on early to do it, John. We always we're on, and then we put the podcast on about an hour and a half later. So we'll do it around about 12 and try and get on for about 2. That's the plan anyway.
Right, anyway, James Doran says Sinisalo has to be our number one keeper for the semis and Europe. What do you think of that, Xander? I've been a big advocate for him. I like him. I think he's a fantastic keeper, and I've been saying it for weeks and weeks. Sinisalo should be our number one keeper.
Yeah, even in the circumstances against Partick Thistle, John, with that long grass, the sticky pitch looked as though it hadn't been watered as well. Just grateful a wee bit of rain came on halfway through that game, actually, but he actually controlled the ball brilliant. You know, he didn't really panic at all. Pulled off a brilliant save as well, by the way. But Sinisalo, a nice, decent save as well. But his distribution was still good, John. It was the players round about him that were tripping over the ball and things like that. So he's a decent goalkeeper, and I think he's a good run in the team, John. Not just in Europe and in the Cups. I think he should get a few games in the league as well.
He should be our number one keeper. It's as simple as that. I totally agree with James. I mean, I love Kasper Schmeichel. Great goalkeeper that he is. I just think, for me, Sinisalo edges it. I just think he's got everything. He's good with the ball at his feet. Distribution's spot on 99% of the time. And he's a great shot stopper. What more could you ask for in a keeper? Yeah,
that's it. And he's got the years of youth over Kasper as well. We do understand Kasper's a world-class goalkeeper. We realise that. But, you know, we signed the boy for a reason, John. He needs to be given the chance.
Definitely. And he is getting a few chances, which I like. But he needs more. He definitely needs more chances. Anyway, thanks for that, James.
Cheers, James.
Deirdre Kerr. It's Deirdre.
Yeah, what she's saying. No, I don't run the podcast for a while, actually. I've not heard from her in a wee while. So, hello, Deirdre, how you doing? Good to hear from you.
It's just getting it after interview with Tinecti and Kieran Tierney, so I'm just going to quick fire some of these comments, Sander. It's just basically talking about the boys. Deirdre Kerr says, God bless you, boys. Talking about the boys in the interview. Thanks, Deirdre.
Cheers, Deirdre. Cheers, pal. Good to hear from you, pal.
Aaron K says, well played, lads. Thanks, Aaron.
Cheers, Aaron. Thank you.
Paul McComb says, thank you. You done us proud. Thanks for that, Paul. And well done in getting your score predictor right.
Predictor right. 3 points on the board. Well done, Paul.
Paul McEwen, another regular. Paul McEwen also got the score right, which is I think that's Paul's first points on the board, isn't it?
That is 3 points for Paul McEwen, 3 points for Paul McEwen. The battle of the Pauls there. Let's see about one finishes top out the 2 Pauls. That's another separate competition. There you go, I've started it now, haven't I? The 2 Pauls are doing battle. Both of them got it right, 4-0 to Celtic. And if you want to get your guess in just now for Red Star Belgrade, on you go, folks. We've already got a score in for Red Star Belgrade. We've got Bossman A, who has already said 2-1 to Celtic, John, against Red Star Belgrade. But we'll get into that in a wee bit more detail on Wednesday, John.
Aye. Oh, definitely. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, Paul's comment, by the way, I never read it out.
Yeah.
Paul says, well done, the Celtic, 4-0. And then he says, the sea. I don't know what that means. He just says, the sea. And then he says, hair. I think it means hail.
The sea. Maybe he's talking about the stadium we were talking about the other day up at the North Sea. The Abroth Stadium, we were talking about that. No, Paul leaves his wee messages and they're absolutely brilliant. Some of them are quite funny. But he's on the board, as you say, at that competition, John. So he's up and running. He's doing better than me. So well done, Paul. 3 points on the board. Well done, everybody that's got the 3 points. And anybody that's not got 3 points yet, get your guesses in for Red Star Belgrade, because this could be your game where you're on the board.
Could be. And hair.
Cheers, Paul.
Cheers, Paul. Hair. A shout out to Rosemary.
Maybe he's slagging me with a lack of hair. I don't know.
I don't know. Never seen you. I've never seen you.
I like to keep myself discreet, you know. No, thanks, Paul. Brilliant. It's great that 2 Pauls are on the board because they enter the competition every single week. And we want to see everybody on the board, John. Let's be honest, this is not a serious competition. Well, no, for me, it's not anyway. We just want to see everybody having fun and try to climb up that table. And that is a bit of fun, and it is getting more exciting, John. So, everybody, get your guesses in. Get yourself up that league table.
Aye, well, it's like I said earlier, there's still about 40 games to go. More than 40 games probably. We've only just started, so even though Roseanne is flying at the top there, and me second, but I should be the top if it wasn't for Luke McCowan. But
I think a lot of people would have been disappointed with Luke McCowan in that competition, John, because there was a lot of 3-0s. There was a good 3 or 4, 3-0. So some people are happy, some people are sad. That's just the way it is.
Anyway, Mad Scotsman, how you doing? Good to see you, Mad Scotsman. Who predicted 4-1 Xander? Unlucky there.
4-1, yeah, because there's a wee point where they were attacking in the game. 3-0, wasn't there? There was a wee... in fact, that's where Sinisalo got his couple of half-decent saves, you know, to keep it at 3-0. So, there was a 3-1s, there was a few 4-1s. Everybody was actually quite close, as I said earlier, apart from me, when I said 2-0. Nowhere near it.
I need more practice, Xander. Roseanne, how you doing? Roseanne also got the score right and flying at the top of the league. Roseanne's the equivalent of Celtic, isn't she, in the Premier League? I'm the equivalent of Hearts.
Well, I'm near the bottom, so what does that make me?
Rangers.
Scottish got winners Aberdeen.
Aye. Well, there's a lot of people own 3 points. That's good. I think there's about maybe 7 or 8 people own 3 points. Roseanne own 9, which is a great achievement considering there's only been a handful of games.
Yeah.
I'm on 6. But none of us have moved. I've not moved since for that 6 points for a long time. Anyway, Paul McComb got the score right. Thanks, Paul. We would never sell a club, says the Rangers players will have got plenty of practice for diving for the game against Hibs after the recent visit to Loch Lomond. And did you see them all? We would never sell a club outside Ibrox with our rubber sharks.
Right. I mean, I know there was a protest or something, wasn't there? So I don't know. It's rubber sharks.
Oh, they were all outside Ibrox with rubber shirts and all that. Xander, they blow up things.
Right. Okay.
I don't know if that was in reference to Loch Lomond.
Right. Okay. And by the way, let me quickly run through the league table, John. I know they're on the right hand side there for everybody to see, but I'll quickly mention everybody that's got points on the board, if you don't mind, John, because that's what it's all about. It's all about getting your name up in lights. We've got Roseanne on the 9 points. We've got you, John, Celtic Forever podcast on 6. We've got Collins still in third with 3. The Mad Scotsman, has got 3 as well. Peter Hendry's up there with 3 points. Also, James Doran's got 3 points. Rosemary's got 3 points. Fatboy 1967's got 3 points. We Would Never Sell a Club for a Pound, also on 3 points. Udy on 3, so there's quite a few with 3 points here, John. Paul McComb on 3 points. Paul McCune on 3 points. And Bossman A on 3 points. So let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on 3 points, John. So absolutely superb. Everybody's doing okay at the moment.
I don't know how many months to go. 10 months left in the competition, 9 months left or whatever it is. I'm not counting, but you've got a long time, everybody. So don't let Roseanne flying at the top on 9 points put you off, or me flying on 6. It's tons of time to go. I think I'll finish the season on about 18 points. I think that's what I got last season, although I wasn't really counting the Celtic games. But if I was to take a guess, probably about 18 points, Sander. Probably the same for yourself.
Yeah, it was okay. We did actually get a few, and it's, as you say, it's very early, John. So plenty of time.
It's hard.
You say.
It's no easy to pick a right score. It's just a guess as well. You know, I mean, you can base your prediction on certain things, but you can never predict it perfectly.
Right, John. Let's move on then. As I said earlier, John, we will have a proper discussion on Red Star Belgrade on Wednesday afternoon. We'll get that podcast out early on Wednesday. We'll do a full preview of that game, John. But I would just have a wee quick word on it just now. Where are the players' heads just now, John? You think, all this carry on with the board, the fans, supporters, the manager as well, John? He was involved in it also. But on the other hand, you've got the team is absolutely flying just now, John, in every competition. Still in Europe, top of the league, playing some decent football as well, John. So it's a funny one just now, isn't it? The team's flying just now, but whereas the club itself isn't in a great place with the supporters and the board.
But I talked about it maybe 20 minutes ago, how there's a great togetherness with the team. I think the team, they look happy. All the boys look like a family. They're all happy. They play well. They play for each other, which is good. They play as a team. I think Brendan's done a remarkable job there, keeping the team together through all this. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters, Sander, is the 11 boys on the park. As long as they're together, we should never have any worries.
Yeah, okay. Safe journey to the boys over to Belgrade. Good safe journey to the players, the staff going over there on Tuesday. Have a safe journey. We're looking forward to the game on Wednesday. We'll do a build-up, as I say, proper build-up to that on Wednesday afternoon. Thanks for coming on, John. Appreciate that. That was quite good today. Quite a lot to get through, actually, in the end. We've been on for nearly an hour and 10 minutes. So quite a lot to get through. We'll catch you on Wednesday, John.
I'll catch you Wednesday, Sander. Hail, hail.
Thanks, John. Thanks for coming on. Hail, hail, everybody else as well. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for your subscriptions. Thank you for hitting that like button as well. Everything is appreciated by both John and I. Catch you all later. Hail, hail for now.